Okay, tonight for dinner I'm going to be making potato latkes. I have 3 small rutabagas, 2 small russet potatoes, some garlic, and a red onion. And then I also have some fresh parsley from the garden, just a little bit, some green onions, some pepper, some salt, half a cup of flour, and 2 eggs. So first thing I'm going to do is grate my potatoes and my rutabagas. So the potatoes I like to leave the skin on, but the rutabagas, the skin is bitter, so I got to cut that off. Now you could just use 1 large rutabaga instead of 3 small rutabagas. Now I have to cut everything in half so it will fit in the salad shaker. Okay, now let's get to grating. I'm gonna grate my rutabagas first. Looks like only 2 will fit in there at a time. Now I'm gonna grate my potatoes. Now we have all of our grated vegetables in this bowl here, potatoes and rutabagas. Next we have to cut up our onion and garlic. Now for this I'm going to use my cheese knife because my cheese knife cuts really thin slices. So we got our onion, let's add it to our bowl of veggies. Now we need some garlic. Whoop, went flying. I like really garlicky potato latkes, so I'm gonna use all this garlic here, which is 6 cloves, but 3 of them are kind of big. Alright, now we're gonna mince the garlic, and then we're going to add it to our bowl of vegetables. And then I have this parsley here. I'm just going to rinse it real quick, and then I'm going to mince the parsley too. So first I want to break off the leaves. And now we're going to add our parsley to our bowl of vegetables. And now we're going to add 2 eggs. I'm going to add some pepper. I'm going to actually open this up because that way I can get more pepper out. And I like a lot of pepper, so I'm going to go ahead and use a tablespoon. Might even be a little bit more than a tablespoon, but use as much pepper as you like. And I'm going to add some salt. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of salt. And then I'm going to add half a cup of flour. I want to pop those egg yolks and get everything all mixed in there nice and good. Try to break up those onions too. Doesn't that look delicious? Okay, so let's get to frying. So in a pan on the stove, I'm going to heat the pan up to a low, medium, high. I have it on 7, and I'm going to add about 4 tablespoons of olive oil. Get that all coated on the pan there, and let that heat up nicely. I will be topping my potato latkes with applesauce. I like it with applesauce. I also like it with sour cream. However, I don't have sour cream, but I'm going to top it with applesauce and green onions. Top it with whatever your favorite toppings are. Okay, so let's go ahead and add our latkes. Whoa. Watch out for splattering too. There was some water in the pan when I put the oil in. flatten them down. And then I like to set the timer for 7 minutes and see how it goes. You're gonna want a plate with a paper towel on it to drain them off once they're done cooking. Now it looks like they're getting pretty crispy, so I'm gonna turn the heat down just a tad so it's in between 6 and 7. I don't want them to burn. Okay, it's about 5 minutes and I think it's time to flip them over because the pan got really hot, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip them over. See, they're a nice golden brown, maybe a little too dark. I think my pan's a little too hot. Okay, I'm gonna set the timer for 4 minutes now, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn down to 6 or just medium because I think the pan's a little too hot here. Okay, I think these are done. I'm gonna check here. Yeah, these are done. So it took about 5 minutes on the first side and almost 4 minutes on the second side. So I'm gonna add a bit more olive oil to the pan. And then I'm going to add my latkes. And it looks like this is gonna make 6 latkes, which is pretty typical. I remember my first time having latkes was for my birthday dinner. I was watching some, I think it was PBS. I was watching PBS and I was watching a cooking show for Hanukkah food, and I saw them make latkes and I was like, those look so delicious. So I asked my mom to make me some, and she did, and I love them. And I didn't know how to make them myself until I made them when I was in high school. I took cooking classes in high school, and I think I took cooking classes in middle school too, but I didn't make latkes in middle school. Now, I could probably eat all of these. Should I eat all of these? Probably not. Maybe I'll save 2 of them for later on to snack on. I'll just eat 4 right now and I'll save 2 for later. Since my birthday usually is around Hanukkah, I always got those little chocolate coins for my birthday, and I absolutely love those. So I'm going to go ahead and start garnishing these latkes with applesauce and green onions. I usually like to put a little dollop of sour cream on top of the applesauce too. So good. Okay, there are the latkes. Don't those look absolutely delicious? Can't wait to eat them.